So having run a number of Centre Court events over the last few years that focused on the full-time MBA, with the team at Poets and Quants, we thought that this was a great opportunity to look at some of those other business degrees and alternatives. So as you've seen from the schedule over the next 2 days, we're talking about Masters in Management, Masters in Business Analytics. But of course, one of the core programs offered at the world's top business schools is the Master in Finance. And I'm delighted to be joined by David Smadja. David is, he's currently an associate for Credit NA and e-trading at JP Morgan. David, thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you very much.
Now, as I understand it, with your role at JP Morgan, you draw the short straw even during the remote working situation. You're in the office every day at the moment, is that right?
Yes, I am. But it's going fine.
So, David, you took the decision to go down the road of the Masters in Finance. You'd already had a very impressive academic background at a school like École Polytechnique, which of course is one of the top engineering and STEM schools in the world. I think it ranks number 2 in the ranking of the world's smaller universities. And had already internship experience with Société Générale, with BNP Paribas in France. What was the appeal then of the Master in Finance versus other business degree options?
Yeah, so as you just said, I have a huge, thanks to École Polytechnique, I had a huge background in STEM fields and a huge background in quantitative fields. And even after some internships in finance, such as in mergers and acquisition at Société Générale or in quant finance at BNP, I came to the conclusion that if I really wanted to succeed in this industry, the best thing was for me to have like some strong background, to have some strong foundations of the basic of finance, but like to have the best overview possible of the whole world of finance. And so the appeal to me was definitely to get into a Master of Finance, because I wanted to have all the aspects of finance, from corporate finance to trading to quantitative finance. I wanted to have all these aspects. And it's also what drove me to MIT, and specifically at the Master of Finance, because for the MPhil at MIT, they teach all finance, absolutely all finance. So that was really what drove me to get into a Master of Finance, and specifically at MIT.
Now, of course, that's given you a remarkable year in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Another route, I guess, would have been CFA level 1, 2, 3. As you think about the experience that you've had in that full-time program, how does that ensure that you come out of Sloan ready to accept the sort of position that you've taken on at JP Morgan?
I think that definitely the advantage of going to a program such as the MPhil at MIT is that you get to meet amazing people, and because in this program they teach all finance, we have such a diverse class of people going into different types of finance, private equity, trading, structuring, every type of finance. So this is an amazing opportunity to meet and to talk with different people. This is also an amazing opportunity to talk with the faculty, which can give you amazing experiences from real life experiences, basically from what they've learned. Like basically, I used to have classes with Nobel Prize Bob Merton, which was a fantastic opportunity for me, and for him to share his insights and his ideas of what's the future of finance and how he was able to succeed, and to being able to face all the obstacles while working in finance is an amazing opportunity for a student like me who was willing to get into the industry at the very beginning of my career. So I think that definitely these were the big advantages of being on campus in Cambridge and in this program. Yeah.
Right. And I mean, you talked about that sort of international component and your classmates, with a school like MIT Sloan that is attracting people from all over the world. Is it this idea of, both the backgrounds and the perspectives that they're bringing, how you're then sort of looking at these solutions together? Does it really make a difference to have that global mindset?
Oh, absolutely different. Absolutely. It makes a real difference because all around the world, people have different views on different finance topics. And so the fact of being able to collaborate with these people and to exchange ideas is a fantastic opportunity. Obviously, the way we do finance in the US is very different than the way we do finance in France. I can attest on that. And it's also very different from the way people do finance in South America or in Africa or in Asia. So yeah, definitely it was bringing a new point of view. It was bringing new things to the table, which made the program so fantastic.
Right. In terms of the program itself, so it's one very intensive year, and you know, typically at a school like Sloan, tremendous career opportunities. Obviously, you know, you're a great example of that. So does it mean that the ROI is as you'd compared maybe to doing a 2-year MBA program and lots of finance focused electives, the ROI on the Masters in Finance must be pretty high?
Oh, definitely it must be, but I did not really think in terms of RI. Like really, I thought about what would be the best fit for me. I was also really, I was really struggling with this decision whether going into an MBA after 2 years in the field or like going into the Master of Finance, and I came to the conclusion that I really wanted to get to be the best in finance. Like I knew that if I had to go to some MBA at MIT or somewhere else, I would take only finance electives because I really wanted to be a professional, an expert in the finance field. So to me, that's what really drove the decision to going into a Master of Finance. And also, as you said, we have this incredible chance that the MFin at MIT is inside the Sloan, so the Sloan School. Like it's very difficult to find programs, Master of Finance programs in the States or all around the world, which are part of a business school. Most of the time, these are financial engineering programs. And as I told you at the very beginning, like I already had a huge background in engineering and also specifically in financial engineering. So the fact that the MFin is attached to the Sloan School is a fantastic opportunity because I also had the chance to take some MBA classes and to interact with MBA as well. So that was basically two amazing things for the price of one. So
so you know, skill sets, very dedicated skill sets in an industry that continues to evolve, the impact of technology, an amazing network. At a personal level, what do you feel that you learned about yourself during the year of the program?
I've learned a lot about myself. First of all, I was able to work until 3 a.m. because this year was quite intense, to be honest. First of all, I met amazing people, which at the beginning were classmates and our friends. So that's also an amazing opportunity to help you discover yourself because you have this amazing chance to meet new people and to interact with them and to have new experiences with them, which help you grow. And especially when you start your career, and to meet new people is very valuable, I think. Yeah, it helped me also that's not really personal, but I do think that it really helped me figure out in which field of finance exactly I wanted to specialize myself. So that's not really on the personal side, but that really helped me being more peaceful with myself and to be more comfortable with myself every day, going to the office, knowing that I'm doing something that I like. So that's, to some extent, that really helped me on the professional level as well.
Right. So you cross the ocean. You're now building this career in New York with JP Morgan. How does Sloan help to support those sort of next career steps?
Well, first of all, the career development office is amazing. So they've helped me with my resume. They've helped me with a lot of sessions about how to talk to financial professional and how to avoid red flags in the industry. Like whether you're applying, whether you're already inside the company, what are the things that you should say and the one that you shouldn't say. So that really helped me for my career. Also the fact, as you say, like it was a big step for me moving from France to the US. So being at MIT really helped me getting a little bit closer to the American mentality and to the American way of doing things, especially in finance. And also once again the faculty, because we're very lucky to have financial professionals as professors. Like my financial engineering professor used to run his own hedge fund, and I was really interested in the hedge funds industry, and I would go talk to him for hours in his office, and he would give me very valuable insights and he would share amazing experiences that he had with me. So definitely that helped me on my career as well. It was to some extent, he was also doing some extra work for the career development office, telling me you should do that, but you should not do that. So that was really an amazing opportunity for me to talk to these people.
So you talk about the insights and advice from a seasoned hedge fund professional who's now a member of the faculty. For the viewers at Center Court, of course, they're thinking about their next steps and applying to very selective programs like the MFin at MIT Sloan. Based on your application, what advice would you give them in terms of really putting together the strongest possible application?
I would say definitely be true with yourself. Like so many times I feel that some people are trying to make things look a little bit better than they are, or are trying to perhaps lie a little bit on their resume or like statement of purpose. To me, this does not really help you, because this will show at some point, I believe. To me, the best advice that I can give applicants is really to figure out and to express how passionate they are about finance, and also about thinking about the future of finance. Because at MIT, we want you to think out of the box. We want you to think forward and to think about the next big steps in finance. They want you to think about the interconnection of finance and all different fields. Like, for example, how can you use finance for biotechnologies? That these, for example, were amazing classes that I had at MIT. That's what you need to highlight, I think, for this program. You really need to show how passionate you are about finance and how you think this program is valuable for you to apply necessary, very strong foundation of finance in whatever type of industry you want to get.
In your background, your time at Polytechnique, you'd been involved in the Microfinance Club, but also Broadway, which I assume had a certain theatrical element. Is there room for that too? You know, Heidi Pickett, the associate dean who joined us, you know, she talked about individuals with a strong sense of purpose who will be helping to solve some of the world's big problems, because, you know, finance is very often at the heart of that. So that sense of you, both, you know, from that quantum analytics side, but there's also room at Sloan for a very personal, perhaps exuberant side too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Whether that's MIT or at Sloan, you have so many clubs and so many opportunities to have fun, and not just to have fun, but also trying to have a better impact on the world. Like, I was in the MIT Theatrical Club, so that was an amazing opportunity for me. It's also at MIT Sloan that they've initiated the MIT Impact Investing Initiative Club with some faculty, which is an amazing club which is trying to help some early startups and some. They have like some big projects to help developing countries as well. You have so many ways to be involved at MIT and to have fun with people with the same goals and dreams than you. And as you said, definitely as the mission of MIT Sloan is to design and is to develop principled, innovative leaders who wants to change the world. So definitely you have plenty of room for that, to have fun and also to try to have a bigger impact. Also, there are some, you can have a lot of projects with some NGOs all around the world, in China, in India. You have so many opportunities.
Right. Well, I can only wish that you keep changing the world in a positive way, David, and thank you for joining us at Centre Court to it. Clearly, a transformational experience. Stay safe and well in New York, and next steps of your career with JP Morgan. Thanks for joining us at Centre Court.
Thank you very much.